This is Calm Gamer. What you're about to see is a large set of small videos showing the landscapes and the natural environments of Red Dead Redemption 2, all in support of what we're exploring today. Today I'm going to do a deep dive into whether exploring virtual nature can have similar mental benefits as real-world traveling through nature. The first question we need to ask ourselves is whether the two-dimensional world and the real world are mutually exclusive, or if they can be aligned. At its core, comparing video games to nature is complicated due to the deep-seated mistrust against technology as an enemy against nature's purity and the experience of pristineness on positive health. But what is considered nature? One scholar by the name of Reed defines the natural world as a dynamic, multi-sensory flow of information, essentially infinite in its depths, diversity, and potential for discovery. Another researcher, Chawa, states that nature includes recurring patterns, where nothing ever happens the same way twice. But how does nature impact mental health? Many studies have demonstrated that experiencing nature is associated with health benefits, such as psychological well-being, improved sleep, and reduction in stress. For example, we know that about 55% of humans live in cities, and one researcher by the name of Francis Kuo, again I'm slaughtering these pronunciations here, explains that the city residents, even with limited views of trees or grass, reported less mental fatigue and less procrastination in dealing with life's issues. Gran and Stig's daughter, and again I'm slaughtering these researchers' names, concluded that the more often an individual visited open green spaces in urban areas, the less often they reported stress-related illnesses. My interpretation of these observations and definitions is that nature provides 1. The ability for exploration, the ability to get lost, wandering among an interesting environment. 2. It provides you with a sense of awe, that feeling of whoa when discovering something interesting or awesome. And 3. An environment that is always changing, always different, and always surprising. When we spend time in nature through an interactive audio-visual environment, such as video games, can we get these benefits? Does Red Dead Redemption 2 offer these similar experiences? Alright, let's get back to awe. Awe is the feeling that we get when we look at something vast that challenges our understanding of the world. Something that makes us wonder and often feel amazement is when you capture that clear dark sky, a beautiful sunset, or an expansive view. And just take a look at these scenes that we have in Red Dead in this video. That's awe. There are also strong arguments to be made that if indeed a precondition to any health benefit is dependent on a sense of awe, then the immersive gameplay features are strong candidates in providing so. That's a researcher by the name of Paul A. Ronkin. Again, I'm killing the pronunciation. I captured these landscapes views in Red Dead when I felt that sense of awe. The entire world was specifically designed to give players an experience, tying emotional connections to places, and urging them, and enabling them to want to explore this digital world. You could compare some of these vantage points to Caspar David Friedrich's painting, The Wanderer, Über den Nebelmeer from 1818. This painting shows a man on top of a mountain, overlooking a foggy valley, stretching endlessly before him. It is art. It impacts our emotions, just like these scenes from Red Dead Redemption 2. But is Red Dead Redemption 2 an ever-changing world? As we wander, pay attention to the animals that we encounter, the natural sounds like the blowing of the wind, the chirping of the birds, the neighing of our horse, the position and power of the sun, or even the moon, the amount of cloud cover, lightning storms. All of these contribute to the ever-changing, once-in-a-lifetime moments of Red Dead. In regards to exploration, we are free to go anywhere on the map. One great benefit of the virtual world is that we can take greater risks in getting to locations without being concerned about physical consequences. It won't take a day to hike a mountain, just a few minutes. Video games enhance that desire and ability to explore. You could say that the hostile nature of Red Dead would take away from the peaceful exploration of that handcrafted world. But I argue that it is mainly the player's choice to engage with hostilities, and it is their option to choose when, where, and how they want to explore this landscape. The wilderness of Red Dead lures you in by seducing you with knowledge that every animal escaping into the distance is a chance for a potential successful hunt. The hidden locations of treasure, or maybe it's just the promise of a shortcut that leads you in. Or maybe you're just being chased. Either way, Red Dead's many terrains, plants, animals, and lighting make for a rich natural environment to explore. Yes, Red Dead offers awe, an ability to explore, and an ever-changing world. I believe that there are similar mental benefits to exploring the simulated natural habitat of Red Dead without engaging in hostilities. Personally, I found myself happily getting lost and bumping into awesome vistas, surprising flocks of birds, and generally letting my mind settle into the question of what will I see next. My belief is that there is likely similar mental health benefits, with a notable exception of physical activity. However, living in an area where nature hikes are not readily available, Red Dead is an excellent escape from the cement landscapes of New York City. Current studies have yet to fully explore the possibilities of video games on positive health. The bulk of the studies that I found studying nature's impacts required the participant to look at pictures or to watch nature videos such as Planet Earth in a cement-filled office. Both of these examples lack the interactive component and require the participant to pay idle attention while scientists attempt to measure this impact. I would argue that the interactivity of Red Dead Redemption 2 truly enhances the virtual environment that they've created. I'm going to leave you with one request. Take a half hour in Red Dead Redemption 2 and simply explore the land. Put down your weapons, open your eyes, your ears, and explore the world. And let me know how it makes you feel in the comments. This is Calm Gamer, signing off. And if you like this video, remember to like it, and to comment, and to subscribe. But you know what? And the reality is I really just want you to share it with somebody else. And enjoy yourself out there. It's wild.